Hi YouTube, Dylan here, and in this video I'm going to show you all how to draw Cogsworth from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. So like this video, subscribe for more, grab a piece of paper, your favorite pencil, and let's go. To start out with Cogsworth, we're going to draw not exactly a perfect circle. It's more of a squashed egg for his head. And if you remember in the movie, Cogsworth started out as a human, but was magically transformed into a clock, like a grandfather clock, by the Enchantress, which means he has solid shape, so we're going to put this edge on it. And then at the bottom, we're going to draw a kind of a sort of a cube of some sort, but it's got a round bottom at the end of it. And remember to always draw loosely and lightly at first, because we're not going to use all these lines later on. We're going to cover some of them up later. So we're going to give this an edge too. Give it a curved edge right there. And then we're going to draw kind of a not a tall cube, give him his base at the bottom, which will be this it's kind of like a pyramid at the top, but a cube at the bottom. Then we need to draw for the legs, we're going to draw these kind of rounded cubes. And make sure it follows the side. And we'll get the inside as well. Okay, so we've basically got our building blocks on how we're going to build this character. Now we need to divide the head into the face into a few sections. This will be where the eyes will fall. This will be where the nose falls. And the mouth is going to start way down here. So let's start with drawing his eyes. His eyes are basically these ovals, except the right side of both eyes are going to have these really dark edges. Get one right there. And then right here, you're going to put a circle for his nose, and that's also going to be where the clock hands will start, but we're going to put those eventually, but not right now. Then we're going to put like cheek lines below his eyes and nose, like this. All right. Then we're going to give him some eyebrows, and they're going to be these moon shapes. Then you fill them in. And then we're going to put in the pupils. They're going to be these simple, small little circles. And we're going to have them back so that he's like looking at us. And then leave a little white space on the top. Those are the highlights. Then you can color in everything else. Creates that neat effect. And now, before we draw his mouth, he's got these clock hands that I mentioned earlier. They're going to be the mustache, the classic kind. So you're going to draw this. For the long hand, make sure you have these curves detail up here. And then for the bottom, for the pointer of the hand, you're going to draw this almost like a kind of a heart shape to it, like this. All right, then you're going to draw another one, and then same detail that we did right here. Make a point, and then right in the middle, put these little circles. I'm not sure what those are supposed to be. And then put these, then put kind of like an arrow head right here for the small pointer. All right, now let's draw his mouth. He's going to be smiling, so we're going to draw this shallow wave or U shape that curves upwards on both sides. And then you're going to draw these dimples on both sides. Then we got to get the inside of his mouth as well. And his tongue. Fill in his mouth. Then you got to draw his lower lip and his chin. Now we can go ahead and start at the bottom of the chin and just simply beef up the sides of his face, like up here. Don't worry about anything right here. Don't put anything there yet, because we're gonna put his hands. And then put these small little triangles on both sides to indicate maybe the numbers. We don't see a bunch of them yet. Okay, before we get to the rest of his body, we need to draw the edges of his head, like the ones on top. Get the ones here. Darken this side. And then you're gonna put these half circles at the top. They're like clock jewels. And then for the top part of the clock, you're gonna draw these curves over it. On this side, you will draw kind of a upside down number 6 shape. And then starting here, you make kind of an S shape that stops over here. Then put the end right there. Then you're going to put a similar thing right here on this side. You're going to start right here, then curve that up. Then make a solid edge right there. And one here as well that follows the shape of that part. And then right up here, put like a half oval for the top of his head. All right, next we need to draw what you would call his arms. Then you're gonna curve this edge right there. I'm gonna darken these edges. There's one edge. All right, and then for his hands, you draw these kind of triangle shapes, and then it goes back into a curve like that. Then for the thumb, you just draw this curve right here. Make sure you put a detail inside there, and to put a line there to make it look like the arm is folding, and then put a little circle right here on the top of his hand. And we'll do a little bit of a similar thing on this side. We're gonna draw a curve right here. His thumb, and we gotta draw that typical palm hand detail that we've drawn a bunch of times in these videos. So we've got his hand right there, and maybe put a small little edge right there to make his hand look more solid. Curve that up. Then right here, you will draw the kind of an curve that creates a C. Make a circular area around that part and connect it right there, just like that. Now we will move on to the rest of his body. So we're gonna darken this edge. We need to darken the curve at the bottom. So that is the bottom. And then right inside, gonna draw like the kind of sort of bell that's inside a grandfather clock. So we're gonna lightly draw this square in the middle of his body to indicate where his area will be, his middle of his body will be. And then on the right on the bottom corners, you're going to draw these curves. You're going to darken in this part right here, darken this area, and then right in the middle, you're going to draw these sort of flower petal shapes. Then put some edges right there. Then you're going to draw another similar shape like it right here. And just like that. And then right inside that square we put earlier, you're going to draw a bit of a circle with a small little kind of triangle coming out of it. And then put a line right here to indicate the edge on the inside of that clock. Okay, now we need to finish off the bottom edge of his body. We'll darken in this spot part right here. We're going to maybe create kind of a lip on the bottom edge of this area. Right here. and get another lip edge right there. Okay, now we're gonna finish this drawing off with his legs. And you're also gonna put those lips on the bottom. And don't forget the other side right here. And we'll do the very same thing on this side. Okay, we got all that in. Now we could go ahead and maybe put some shadows underneath him. And on the inside and outside edges of his body. It's to make him look more solid. I'm gonna shade in the arms. It's to really make him look more three-dimensional. And get some on the rounder objects too. Maybe inside as well. And maybe on the inside of his body too. And that's pretty much it. You have made your very own picture of Cogsworth from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Hope you all had fun. I'll see you next time.